Today we are diving deep into the 1987 classic Predator. Now, I know what you're thinking. Muscles, explosions, classic 80s action. But trust me, hidden underneath all that is an incredible masterclass in survival strategy. We're going to unpack some seriously powerful mental models from this movie, so stick around.
I mean, come on. Arnold Schwarzenegger leading a team of elite commandos against a killer alien hunter? It's basically the poster child for a mindless 80s action flick, right? Explosions, one-liners, the whole deal. But what if that's not the whole story?
Because what if this movie is secretly a brilliant guide to strategy and adaptation? Seriously, hidden in this jungle showdown are some really powerful ideas from thinkers like Nassim Taleb. Ideas that you and I can actually use to navigate our own challenges. And that is exactly what we are going to break down today. Okay, so our first big idea is all about what you do when you're just completely outgunned. We're going to look at how you can literally change the rules of the game to give yourself a fighting chance, even when it feels like the odds are stacked impossibly high against you. I mean, think about the setup here. The Predator has it all. Advanced alien tech, a cloaking device, thermal vision, crazy strength. Dutch and his team, even though they're the best of the best, they are completely and totally outmatched. They're getting picked off one by one because they're playing a game that they literally cannot win. And here's where it gets really interesting. There's a fascinating parallel between what Dutch does and the strategies used by the American revolutionaries against the British. Just look at this. Both sides were totally outmatched, so what did they do? They changed the rules. Instead of fighting a big, open-field war they knew they'd lose, they used their environment. They turned the jungle, or the forests, into their single greatest weapon. And this right here, this is the mental model, changing the rules. It is such a powerful way of thinking for any time you feel like you're at a disadvantage. See, when you can't win the game you're currently playing, you just stop playing it. You invent a whole new one with brand new rules, where your unique skills and your environment actually give you the winning edge. So we figured out how to change the rules. But what happens when something totally unexpected gets thrown into the mix? Well, that brings us to the power of the Black Swan moment. That one event that just changes everything. You have to put yourself in the Predator's shoes for a second. From its perspective, this hunt should be a walk in the park. It's an apex predator. It's got tech that has never, ever failed. It's so confident, so arrogant, it can't even imagine a world where it might lose. And that, right there, is the perfect setup for a black swan. And then comes the moment, the one thing that changes the entire game. Dutch, covered in mud from the riverbank, becomes totally invisible to the predator's high-tech thermal vision. It is such a simple, low-tech solution to a high-tech problem, and it just completely shatters the predator's reality. This is a textbook Black Swan event, a term coined by the writer Nassim Taleb. A true black swan is something nobody sees coming, it has a massive impact, and then afterward, everyone tries to explain it away like it was predictable all along. For that predator, a human covered in mud was a total black swan, the one variable its super advanced technology just could not account for. And this ties so perfectly back to our history lesson. The British Army, they felt that exact same shock. They showed up expecting an honorable, European-style war, fought out in the open. The colonists' dirty guerrilla tactics, that was a black swan for them. It was a strategy so far outside their rulebook that it completely changed the nature of the war. Okay, so we've learned how to change the rules and how to handle the totally unexpected. Now let's take it a step further. Let's talk about how to not just survive a crisis, but to actually get stronger because of it. Dutch's journey is the perfect picture of this idea. He doesn't just survive his encounter with the predator. He uses the chaos and the stress to learn, to adapt, and to become a way more dangerous opponent. He literally goes from being the prey to being the predator, all because he embraced the chaos and turned it into his advantage. And this brings us to this amazing concept, another one from Nassim Taleb, called antifragile. Now, this is not just about being tough or resilient. That's just being robust, which means you can take a hit. Antifragile is something else entirely. It means you actually get stronger from stress, from chaos, from uncertainty. It's a game-changing idea. Instead of fearing challenges, we can start to see them as opportunities to learn, grow, and become more antifragile ourselves. So all this is great for a sci-fi movie and a history lesson, but how in the world can you apply these ideas to your own life? Let's bring it home.
We all have a predator, right? It might be a huge project at work, a financial problem, or some personal goal that just feels impossible. The real question is, how are you fighting it? Are you playing by its rules, just hoping you can win a game that's rigged against you from the start? So here it is. Here's the toolkit you can take away from today. First, if what you're doing isn't working, don't just bang your head against the wall, change the rules. Second, you can't predict black swans, but you can build a life and a mindset that's resilient to them. And third, and this is the big one, aim to be anti-fragile. See challenges not as things to be feared, but as fuel to grow stronger. And you can actually practice this stuff in a totally safe environment. Think of it like a flight simulator for your brain. Try using an AI like a large language model. You can literally describe a challenge you're facing and ask it to role play with you. Ask it to help you find ways to change the rules or figure out how to be more anti-fragile in that situation. It's an amazing way to build up these mental muscles for when you face a real-life predator. So I'll leave you with this one last thought. Think about the big challenges in your life right now. Is there one where you just feel stuck, like you're hitting the same wall over and over? What's the one rule you've been playing by that you need to just throw out the window, starting today?